Welcome to the AFC North Roundtable, a weekly live show featuring top-tier insight and analysis on all things AFC North from the best creators in the division, including Baltimore Ravens creator Sam, Pittsburgh Steelers creator Mark, Cleveland Browns creator Chef Zay, and Cincinnati Bengals creator Zim. Catch the AFC North Roundtable every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the AFC North Roundtable YouTube channel. Let's head from Week 11 to Week 12, where all four of the AFC North teams are in the 1 p.m. window. And we'll start with a game.
We're at 4.
Where are you at?
We're at 4 in Vegas.
They're 4 in Vegas.
Wow. You know what?
Y'all got flexed out. Nobody wants to see that shit.
Now we got to get Shedeur in the prime spot. I don't know why I missed that. You know why I missed it? Every time I have a nice segue like that, it's wrong.
Z, you've been me ever since this thing been a show. You know that? Always backhanded compliments. Don't your little shots like.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
I got you.
No, he's talking to me. He's talking to me, Zim. But I guess. I guess if the shoe fits, then we both can rock him. Apparently.
You know what you got to do? You got to study Z-Bot when he's not on here. See, just like Dan Mitchell. Shout out to Dan Mitchell. You want to know how diabolical these people really are? Go watch their content. Then you'll really get a good picture of what they really represent.
Yeah, you know me, man. I can't wait to overlook the Browns 4 p.m. game. Right? So I have to, my best diss I could come up with was saying when they were playing in the 1 p.m. slot. But hey, look at no better time, by the way, for Cleveland to be in the 4 p.m. spot. We get to lock in and watch what Shedeur has. But we'll start in the 1 p.m. window, and we'll talk about a game that we talked about a little bit earlier. Cincinnati taking on New England. We mentioned it. No Jamar Chase in this game. Potentially Joe Burrow in this game. A little more interesting than maybe first met the eye. The New England Patriots, folks, they're 9-2. I cannot get over this. They have a yellow brick road to the 1 seed with the schedule that they currently have, and they're stacking win after win after win. The question is, will they get yet another one on the road against the Bengals? Sam, I'll start with you. Patriots, Bengals, who takes it and why?
If you're a betting person, I think I would sit out this week. I'm seeing landmines all across here. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the New England Patriots. If Joe Burrow does play, which I think he will, I'm not trusting this Patriots team. I've seen them play, not enough to maybe, be as confident as I am, but I'm feeling pretty good that if Joe Burrow plays, this entire team will rally around him. Give me the Bengals to pull off the upset here against the Patriots. Give me a score of 31-27. I think the Bengals come to play here.
Man, you are speaking my language, Sam. I might have to put on my Andy Dalton jersey on Sunday. Hopefully things go well for Cincinnati. Will things go well for Cincinnati, Zay? Can they pull off the upset against the Patriots?
Joe Burrow has not beat the Patriots since 2022. He's only played them twice, and he cooked them in his first game in 2022, and then he got cooked in 2024. I think, me, last year I was running with the whole, it's only a matter of time before the Bengals go on this run, and sure enough, they did it. I think that we're in that situation again where whether they make a run or not for the playoffs, I'm not sitting here advocating for them for the playoffs. That's delusional. But what I will say is that Joe Burrow is a guy who likes to prove people wrong. And I think that this is a stretch of football where, one, they're very, very good teams that he could prove a lot about. And two, the other point that I made earlier in the show is that the man is a menace at the back half of the season. So I think if Joe Burrow plays, they're going to be primed. I don't care about the Jamar Chase not being there. They still have another $100 million man there, and they still have some weapons, and Joe Burrow is going to be back. So I think if they have any hope, any glimmer of hope, you need to win this one versus the Patriots. And I would say that primetime game would probably be more important than that one after Baltimore, because that would make that playoff percentage at least a little realistic. So I'm going to go Bengals in this one, but I do think it will be close. I do think Mike Vrabel will give it his best shot. Let's go 24-20 Bengals.
My God, Zim, are you as shocked as I am right now? We're 2 for 2 on the Bengals. Mark, are you going to make it a hat trick here for the upset?
Is this the fucking AFC North roundtable, or are we on a different show? Like two Bengals in a row? I think the Bengals lose this game. I don't think they have no Jamar Chase, and if Joe Burrow comes back, fine, they can score 38 points, but the Patriots will score 40. The Patriots are a really good team right now. They're 9-2. The Henderson at running back is doing great. Drake May, Stephon Diggs. I just think they're going to carve up the Bengals defense. they haven't shown us really recently. Yeah, it still was put on 20 points, but at the same time, they only had 2 drives and a half, and we had 2 big turnovers of 14 points. The Bengals defense allows points. They allow 30 points something per game. So this one to me is Henderson, run the rock. It's May linking up with the receivers. Now Joe Burrow is going to try. He's a very talented, elite quarterback out there, but I think his defense holds him back, and you just can't have the Joe Burrow show all the time to win 42-41. I've got the Patriots winning. Let's go, 38-34, something weird like that. And they're just, 1 score away. But Jamar Chase being out is absolutely huge for the Bengals. I think the season's done now, but this would put like the cherry on top for them to be done. 3-8, you can't come back.
Zim, Mark, a non-believer. Sam and Zay, a believer in Cincy on Sunday. Are you a believer in the Bengals able to give the Patriots their 3rd loss of the season?
Am I a believer that it could happen? Sure. Is it going to happen this Sunday? It is not. This concept, though, I do keep on hearing people talk about no Jamar Chase. Like the Bengals haven't done that many times. Like I always get blown away by that argument. Because when Jamar Chase missed all those games and he had a hip injury, I thought Burrow looked probably the best I've ever seen him. So, like, every time I always hear that, I'll be like, y'all got to go back to 2022. And Zay was talking about the last time we did play the Patriots. Fun fact, T. Higgins did go for like 140 in that game and went crazy. Mixon had an average game. But with all that being said, I think Mike Vrabel is going to have them dudes up front ready to knock the snot out of this weak-ass defense. Like, this defense is, even at their best last week, I don't feel like they lost them the game, but they damn sure ain't going to help you win it. Joe Burrow is 100% a big difference maker, but him coming off an injury, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I believe in Joe Burrow like you wouldn't believe. I just think that that's the wrong matchup. It's the wrong one at the wrong time. I wish he was coming back against like the Jets or somebody like that. Like, this is just, I think it's the timing of it along with Jamar Chase. And more importantly, no one is talking about this. No Trey Hendrickson. I watched Will Campbell get cooked up. I forgot, was that Myles Garrett that gave him work? Like, it's been like 4 or 5 weeks ago now. So somebody gave him like a couple sacks.
Something light.
Yeah, like something light, right? But Trey Hendrickson is so important to the Bengals, and him not playing is very, very. I think that is more important than Joe Burrow not playing for Flacco in the same matchup. What he does to speed up quarterbacks' clocks is very different than a lot of other edge rushers, because nine times out of 10, he's not even looking to go and get him. He'll take a crazy wide path, but he gets to the quarterback so fast that he disrupts plays. Him not playing in the last 3-4 weeks of football, like that is our defense. And that to me is a bigger impact than Burrow playing in this game.
Let's transition to the Tyrod Taylor revenge game. Justin Fields out, Tyrod Taylor in, and they take the Jets show on the road to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. 4-game win streak, looking to make it 5 and get above 500 for the first time this season. The Jets 2-8. We had some upset predictions in the previous game. Will we have some predictions in this game for the New York Jets, which would be a pretty big upset going into Baltimore and getting it done? Zay, do they have a chance? Can the Jets go into Baltimore and beat the Ravens?
Not a freaking chance in snowball hell. You got to be kidding me. This script is laying out so freaking well for the Ravens. It's absolutely disgusting. Doesn't matter how they get their wins. I just look over at the win column and I see win, and I see a list of games behind it that's just like, why can't they win out? You know what I mean? So this is another. It feels like every time Lamar Jackson has some type of setback, he gets the perfect game or the perfect situation for him. I mean, ankle injury versus a team like the Jets who lost all their best players on defense. Obviously, that didn't matter for the Cleveland Browns, but they're not the Cleveland Browns. So I got the Ravens putting in an absurd amount of work in versus the Jets. Let's go 30-10 Ravens.
Beatdown, says Zay. What say you, Mark? Can the Jets get it done against Baltimore, or are you thinking what Zay's thinking?
This would have to be a massive, massive, massive upset. Like in my land, I don't know how you guys do your thing, but it's like $7 for the Jets. So $1 gets you $7 back, right, for the Jets to win. Tyrod Taylor has been around for like 15 years. I don't know why they're moving him from Justin Fields to him. I don't know if they are trying to tank. They're trying to put him in the best position to get the draft pick next year. The only way they probably win this is making Lamar Jackson force a fumble or, a pick or something like that from their defense. With who's that bloke there on the D line? It's the Will McDonald. He's really good, getting 7 sacks.
He didn't practice today, by the way.
Is he out? Is he not playing?
He didn't practice today. I'm not sure.
If he doesn't play, then shit. Then my whole argument's gone. But yeah, I don't know. The Jets D-line did some good things last few weeks. They've won a few recently, but at the same time, it's Ravens. You'd think the Ravens would take care of business, I guess, quite easily and do the Raven thing where, it's Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson running, getting yards. It's just him linking up with TDs, and they had 4 TDs the week before, whatever it was. It's kind of like that's at home too. Look, nobody can pick the Jets. There's no way you can pick the Jets. But I'm doing it.
Don't do it.
I'm going to do it.
Jim, go ahead and do it. No, Mark, go ahead. What was your final score?
I just got Ravens. I don't know. They should win 41-17 or something.
Damn.
See, that's the part where I differ. All right. Hold on.
You do this every week, Zim.
No. It's gonna be straight up. I'm gonna give you a straight shooter. I'm gonna tell you, the Jets defense outside of that. I remember the Browns game. I think they gave up like 20. But remember when they played like the Panthers? I think it was like 13-6. Like, I'm not saying that the Jets are going to win, but much like that Browns game last week, I think it's going to look like that again. Like, the Jets actually have competent defense, and I just think the game's going to be a lot closer than what people think. I got the Ravens winning, but it's going to be another nasty game, 21-17 or something. Well, I don't know about the Jets scoring 17. But like, I don't know, like something weird like 19-10 or something like that. I think that the Jets, like, low key, I know they lost Quentin and Sauce, but they still been fighting. I don't know.
Sam, I got a question before you go into your prediction.
Okay.
Winning the games like you're seeing, and if Zim is correct, and another nasty win, does that do anything does that make you feel differently about the ultimate goal or the ultimate end spot for this Ravens team? Because if they're barely able to squeak out games versus the Browns and the Jets and whoever else on the rest of the game, like, what does that say about the team? Like, is there do you care that they're squeak out wins, or do you need to see something here at the end of the season that's like, okay, we're definitely in a good spot to make a real run? Because I don't know how. I mean, obviously it's always nice to win, but like, you're not winning these games to only make it to the first round of the playoffs or the second round of the playoffs. You want to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I am very much enjoying the close wins because we don't beat the Browns this time last year with the way. I mean, those close games we lose. We lose against the Browns. We lose against the Bears. And all those games that we're winning, we're losing. Now, if we play a game like we did against the Browns, against the Jets, then I'm going to start having questions because I don't think that the Jets defense has the disruptors that the Browns do. Now, there could be a solid defense, but I think you need to disrupt this offensive line the way that not a lot of defenses can to really affect the outcome of the contest, in my opinion. Now, our running offense is still bad, and I think that Breece Hall is a good enough running back. If the Jets stay with the ground game, could cause problems. But I just think that it'll take a lot. It'll take a lot of things to go right for the Jets for them to win this game at home. The Ravens have been on a 3-game road streak these last 3 games. So they're back at home. I just don't see them losing this game. I think the Ravens win this one pretty decisively. Now, the Ravens are injured. They got a lot of injuries right now. Rashad Bateman's not practicing. Yeah. Marlon Humphrey returned to practice. Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton's out with a shoulder. So there's a lot of big time injuries out there. I'm not sure how significant they are. John Harbaugh didn't let us know, so we know more Thursday and Friday. So that could sway the spread a little bit. But even with all those guys out, I don't think that the Ravens should, as long as Lamar Jackson plays, I think it should be a pretty decisive win here. I don't know about 41-17, but if all those guys come in, yes. But if there are a little bit of injuries out there, a couple of guys don't play because they want to get ready for the Thursday game. Remember, 2 games in 5 days for the Ravens. They have the Bengals on Thursday afterwards. So I still think the Ravens win pretty easily, 30-16.
All right, Sam's got the
All
Ravens
right.
rolling. Red Hood
How come
coming
the-
in with a chat
how-
saying,
how
Zim, you
come
better
the-
give Joe Burrow the same energy you gave Lamar when he was injured. If he doesn't play the Ravens, #Spitgate. What are your thoughts on that?
That's crazy.
I feel like if Burrow can play, he's definitely going to play. So we don't have the same conversation. There is no if I like, you know what I mean? Like he don't operate like that. Like I don't know. One of my biggest pet peeves in life is quitting. Like I think we teach our kids, we teach all these different things. Do not quit. That does not change just because money is at stake. I just don't think there's any scenario that you'll ever see Burrow even hobbled. We've seen him with a calf injury. He should not have played. He played meaningful games. He played a bunch of games, and people brag about those games to this day. He played those games, and he shouldn't have played. He is not going to walk away if the coaching staff says, "Yeah, you're cleared," or doctors clear him. If they're 3-12, I promise you, he'll still play as long as he's cleared. I'm telling you.
Be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not he plays this week. It feels inevitable, though, if it's not this week. Maybe, like you mentioned, Sam, Thursday there, right? Thanksgiving.
It's a fast turnaround because the argument also is, why would you play him twice and you got another game 4 days away from that too? So, like, the coaching staff might be saying, like, cool, you want to play Joe, but there's no way. Do you know that these guys sent me an email saying, do I want to see Little John for Thanksgiving? These guys over there at Ravens Stadium are planning a party. They really want to cook us. They're showing me all the acts that they're going to have and shit. I seen an email earlier today, and I'm like, damn, it's a party over there. It's not even Bengals ain't even showing up. It's just Lil John and the East Side Boys, I guess.
Low-key?
Let's move to the best game within the division this upcoming weekend. It's a low-key. I mean, listen, I don't think anybody had this one circled in terms of maybe being one of the better matchups in Week 12, but it looks like it's going to be that. It's the 6-4 Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the 7-3 Chicago Bears. I feel like the Bears don't feel like they're 7-3 yet. Here they are. They're right there. They're at the top of the AFC North or the NFC North, right? With the Detroit Lions kind of slipping a little bit. So big game for both these teams. The Steelers trying to have their stranglehold on the North here continue. The Bears, of course, looking to do the same on their side of things. So big game here. Sam, who takes it? Steelers or Bears, 1 p.m. on Sunday?
The Bears are favored, right, in this contest, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
They should be
It's in
favorites.
Chicago.
It's in Chicago. I'm going to go ahead and see the Chicago Bears win this game. Just for full strength that I just want the Bears to win. I don't really have I think the Bears are one of those pretending teams, but more so maybe like more pretenders than the Patriots, but up there in that realm of I don't know if I trust the Colts. I don't know if I trust the Patriots. I don't know if I trust the Bears. I still think it's going to be the Bills, Chiefs, and Ravens when it's all said and done, even though the Chiefs are still mathematically out of the playoffs right now. But I think the Bears win this game. I hope the Bears win this game. I liked what I saw from them on the offensive side, but if the Steelers play defense the way they did last week, then the Steelers will obviously win this game. It'll be interesting to see if Aaron Rodgers plays. That's another question mark here. But I like Caleb Williams. I like this offense. I think the Steelers struggle stopping the run in some aspects, and I think the Bears probably take advantage of that. It's at home. I hope the Bears win, so I'm going to pick the Bears to win.
Bears, says Sam. Zay, what say you? Bears, Steelers.
I don't know if you guys didn't see the clip of Ben Johnson after the win, walking into the locker room like a freaking just what was the Terminator robot on Judgment Day? You know that scene where he's in the parking lot and he's chasing him down before he gets into the elevator. He looked like he was on a man that was possessed after a win. So like I know you said it feels like they're a little bit of pretenders. I think this is a game where you can kind of show people like, nah, we for real. So that, along with the whole fact that I know that my clock's set to 12, but this is right around the time when those Pittsburgh Steelers start to go right down the shitter. So give me the goddamn Bears at home.
The Bears.
23-13.
The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. Zim, you joining the crew here on the Bears train, or is Pittsburgh taking it?
This is a tough game. I always joke that nobody watches Steelers football outside of Steelers fans because I don't know. I just feel like they're an old school team or something like that from a marketability standpoint. But this one is very intriguing. Low key, I never talk about him, but I don't believe in Caleb Williams. I think that he just plays backyard football. He runs around, does like weird stuff, and he actually does it. I don't think he's running the Ben Johnson offense the way that he sees fit. The other thing I will say about the Bears too is they're a little fraudulent too. When you go look at all the wins that they won, I guess recently, like the last 5, including the Bengals game, right? They're beating up on teams that aren't really that good, and then the wins never really look that impressive. I think if it's a close game, they win. I do think that they definitely, when I say they, the Steelers 1,000% need Aaron Rodgers in this game. The reason why I'm saying that is because the Bears, next to the Bengals, have the worst pass rush in all of football. The guy that they spent their money on, his name escapes me. I think it's a Bengo or something like that. I'm so sorry I'm mispronouncing that name. But bro is now on injured reserve. They have no pass rush whatsoever. You'll get more blitzes and more pressures from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson than anybody on their front 7. Why is that like important? I don't think that Mason Rudolph getting pressure is really like how you would cook him. To me, it's disguising coverages because he's just going to take the simple dump off stuff anyway. So Aaron Rodgers to me is the guy that will be able to process through all of that. So I'm very intrigued on, is he playing? Am I hedging if I say if Aaron Rodgers plays, I think they win? If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, I think they lose.
That's solid.
So what do you think? What you got to lock in a score? Give me a score. What do you think?
Okay. All right, let's go. Let's go 23-17 Bears.
All right. Man, oh man, Mark, not a whole lot of faith in the Steelers. I know you got some faith, though. Big game here, Mark, for your Steelers. What are you thinking?
I had more faith in the fucking Bengals who are 3-7 than mine in the division. I cannot figure out this show at all. Given all this praise for Joe Burrow coming back, hasn't played a fucking lick of football. Anyways,
because he's really fucking good.
That's fine, mate. It's all good. Okay, so with this game here, it comes down to Caleb Williams having a really good, I think, second year in the league. If we cannot stop the run in terms of him breaking out of the pocket, that to me is going to be the down for us too. So Steelers have played, running quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson, these kind of guys before, but if they let him out of the pocket, run around crazy, get 10 yards, first downs, that's going to chip away at us. If they can't stop the run, the Steelers defense needs to back it up like they did against the Bengals and get turnovers. We are very reliant on turnovers too. So if the Bears aren't turning the football over, giving us another chance, and what's going to happen? Is Aaron Rodgers going to turn up with his broken left wrist and also play? Or do they put all the cards in Mason Rudolph's hands and say, okay, just go and game manage and win us a football game as best you can? We don't know yet. We don't know if it's going to be Rodgers, Mason Rudolph. Jalen Warren's looks to be out as well. He hurt his ankle in the other game. So I think if they're going to win this one, I would prefer for Rodgers to be there. Obviously, he's won them. It's been years and years and years, almost 42. But I would prefer him at quarterback if he's healthy. If he's not healthy, play Rudolph. So this is going to be one of the big things where Mike Tomlin, if he does whichever way he goes, he's going to get scrutinized for it. But the Steelers can definitely win this game if they run the rock. But they need to run game well. They need to get Johnson carries too. He's only got 20-something this season. He's slowly getting better in that role. But the Steelers, if they get their run game taken away, or we cannot link up, if Rudolph has a bad game and it's he's not finding his targets and we don't have that receiver number 2, or him and DK Metcalf's getting taken out of the game, it's going to be very tough. And the Bears can definitely take care of business inside Bear Down Stadium. So I'm going to go with a close one. I think it's going to be something really weird too. I'm going to say 23 Steelers win with a field goal, 23-21, just over the Bears. So I think we sneak away just with a win because this is tough. It's not easy going into their stadium. The Steelers have proven they haven't backed up week to week. They need to do that right now. Otherwise, we're on the roller coaster up and down. Sam wants us to lose so bad.
I do.
So bad. Because if he wins and it's even, then we have a few games coming up, and it's going to be the 2 race. And I just think overall, the Steelers right now and our fan base, we can see some good signs. Like James Pierre came out of nowhere. Slay's coming back. Some fans don't want Slay back because he's an older cornerback, and James Pierre's playing better, but he also plays quarterback and the gunner as well. So we see some good signs. Can they get ready for this game and fucking hit someone and play back-to-back wins? That's what I would love to see. Most Steelers fans want to see back-to-back wins and get ready for the big games, Buffalo and fucking Ravens very, very soon.
That's right, baby. Buffalo, Pittsburgh, a week from Sunday. We'll be previewing that one next week. Can't wait. All right, not in the 1 p.m. window, as Zay reminded me, because as you know, I'm crafting up my backhanded comments for Zay, and nothing better than putting the Browns in the 1 p.m. window. But we're watching them in the 4 p.m. window this upcoming weekend, and not only are we watching the Browns, we're watching Shedeur Sanders' first ever NFL start. It's the 2-8 Cleveland Browns on the road, taking on the 2-8 Las Vegas Raiders. And look, Shedeur Sanders, he's got a decent setup here for his first NFL start. It's in a dome. It's against one of the poorer teams in the NFL. The defense isn't particularly great, so it's set up for success. And it's also in that late window where more people get to watch him. So we'll be watching, Sam. What will we see in this matchup? Browns Raiders.
Yeah, I was, I hope that the Steelers lose, but I don't, necessarily believe they'll lose. And, I think that Burrow can come back and do something, but I don't necessarily know that Burrow's going to come back and do something. I know the Browns are going to beat the Raiders. The Raiders are awful. That defense, that Browns defense is significantly better than any defense I've seen the Ravens play this season. I think that, Shedeur Sanders may struggle a little bit, but I think that the notion that, Max Crosby is going to be the one to get him uncomfortable, I don't think that's really going to be the case. The Browns can really shift coverage, shift protection to Max Crosby and affect him in a way that gives Shedeur Sanders some time to actually do something on offense. I think the way to stop Shedeur Sanders and, what the Ravens did was to blitz him effectively, and I don't think the Raiders have that type of defense. I think that the Browns win this game, and I think they're winning it pretty handily. I think I give them a 10-point win against the Raiders in Las Vegas. I think that the Browns are just a better football team. The Raiders are awful. If you guys have watched the Raiders, they're awful. I don't really have a case to vote for them to win. I hope the Browns lose because it'll further, help the division out for the Ravens. But I think the Browns got this in the bag. You don't think so?
No, it's not going to help the division. You need
Browns. You need the Browns to win for the draft.
Yes.
Yeah.
You need them the boys with like a pick 15. You don't need them top 5, bro.
I know, but they're going to win this game. I give the Browns, especially with all the people coming in to see the Shedeur play. Las Vegas is going to be full of Browns fans. Give me the Browns to win 20-10.
There you go.
Wow. Double-digit victory for Shedeur Sanders in his first start. Mark, how do you see this one going down in Vegas on Sunday?
Look, I'm going to be really quick with it. I'm just going to the stats, and then both offenses are really fucking shithouse. The Raiders are a bad team. That's true. So the points per game, Las Vegas Raiders are 15.5. They win. They have 15.5. So they're going to lose to the Cleveland Browns 16.2 to 15.5. That's my total take. It's going to be a fucking boring game. I'm sorry. Sanders out there. They're going to try and build this meter up there. Going to go crazy in Las Vegas. The first snap, you'll see him run around 3 or 4 times in circles, get sacked, and they'll do a punt for 4th and 14, and then it'll be a field goal battle for like 9-6, something like that. It's going to be a low-scoring game. I've got the Browns just winning 16-15.
Wow, the belief in the Browns may be at an all-time high. Zim, are you about to pop that balloon, or are you going to keep inflating it? Is Shedeur Sanders getting a W in his first ever start?
I think so.
Wow.
No, the Raiders suck. The Raiders suck. And anybody that plays fantasy football, I told people when you draft a running back, you're also drafting their offensive line. That offensive line is trash, and the Browns are going to kill them. Like, bro, I think the score will be close. This is a hot take that I have. I think Shedeur could win this game and don't even throw for 100 yards. Like, all they got to do is run the ball, flip field position, and occasionally him scramble on third down and get some. He should. If he has to attempt more than 18 passes, then something has gone horribly wrong. Like, he doesn't need to attempt any of those passes. He should be throwing screens and then give him an option of throwing like an intermediate on first and second down, maybe like 4 or 5 times in the whole entire game. Anything beyond that is they're setting him up the field because bro gonna hold the football forever. He holds the football like he has no concept that there are other people on the other side of the field that are trying to kill him. And the only thing that they got to do is get the ball out of his hands, and they can win this game.
Zay, I think this might be the first opportunity you've had to complete a full, clean sweep for predicting the Browns in 2025 on the AFC North. Tell me what time it is. Is it time to lock in the first sweep predicted for the Browns in 2025?
Man, you knew that you already know what time it is. Alarms don't need to be set. We don't need a 12:01. We don't need a 12:05. We don't need 5 alarm clocks after the 12. When 12 hit, you better wake up and be ready because it's gonna be time. 100 yards. Zim, I love you. I love you, brother. You my dog. Kevin Stefanski, 18 pass attempts. Yeah, you might see that in the first quarter. We talking about a guy who threw DTR to the Wolves versus the Baltimore Ravens in his very first NFL start and had that man throw the ball 47 times. Okay, so I don't know what stuff you smoking on, but I may need to come on down to Maryland or wherever you at, and we may need to have a session together because ain't no way in hell will Kevin Stefanski ever throw under 20 times a game, let alone 18. That's number one. But I think that this is going to be the ultimate test. You talk about certain players, putting their stamp or putting their mark down. LeBron came into the league. He was the chosen one. Joe Burrow came into the league. He was the greatest college quarterback to ever play the game. You think about all of these high caliber players that have I'm not saying he's a high caliber player, but I'm talking about what he stamped on himself. He wants to be legendary. You don't become legendary by having everything go your way and everything not face any type of adversity. If you want to become legendary and you want to be the player that you have been boasting yourself up to be, this is your one and only opportunity to do that because it's clear that there's a vendetta against Shedeur Sanders, whether it be through the Cleveland Browns, whether it be through the entire NFL as a whole. You are going to only get one real opportunity at this thing. And if you don't seize this moment, there's no chance of you being legendary. So if he wants to be what his brand is, he will rise to the occasion this week. So I think Shedeur Sanders is going to come out. The players have already felt it. They've already told you they felt it. The opposing team has already told you they felt what his impact is just by being inserted into the game. With him getting a full reps, with him knowing that he's going to be the starter and everything going this way, I think Shedeur Sanders will come out and perform, and I think these Cleveland Browns will come out with a victory in Vegas. Now, my problem comes with that 20 mark barrier because every time we get to 16, 17 points, it just seems like everything starts to go south. So I'm very hesitant to say that we score over 20, but I think that this is the legendary person to do it. So give me the Browns. We're going to go 24 to 3.
And head on over to Sleeper and build yourself a sleeper slip. I already crafted one up for us. Like I mentioned, my Bills kick off week 12 on Thursday Night Football against the Houston Texans, maybe the best defense in the league, the best passing defense in the league. I have Keon Coleman, by the way, in here with less than 2.5 receptions, but you can scratch that one out because he is going to be scratched off for the second consecutive game. He's not going to play in this one. So maybe take Tyrell Shavers, who all of a sudden seems to be maybe a go-to guy on this Bills offense, a guy who was fighting for his life to earn a position on the roster in the preseason. But I also have James Cook getting in the end zone. Khalil Shakir had a rough day against the Bucs. They took him away, so I think he bounces back in this one. But it'll be a rushing game, I think, for Buffalo. So you can look into those props and all the rest over at Sleeper. Link in the description below. Click that, sign up, and when you do, you will immediately get a free $20 entry. No need to deposit. Just sign up. Instantly get a free $20 entry. You can use that on Thursday Night Football, on any of the Week 12 games, NBA, NHL, you name it. Once you have used that free entry, use the promo code on your screen, RTS. That'll get you a 100% match up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper Terms of Use for details. Currently available in over 25 states. Check out Sleeper via the link in the description below.
Roundtable Sports Network is your one-stop shop for all things NFL, with daily live shows covering all 8 divisions in the league, hosted by the best content creators on the web, all on one network. Catch the AFC East live every Monday at 7 p.m. and on Wednesdays at 6 p.m. The AFC West Roundtable live Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. The AFC North Roundtable live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. The AFC South Roundtable live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. The NFC East Roundtable live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. The NFC West Roundtable live at 9 p.m. on Tuesday nights. The NFC North Roundtable is at 6 p.m. on Wednesdays, And the NFC South Roundtable is live Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST. And of course, Fourth and Forever, the flagship show of Roundtable Sports Network, covering all things NFL at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel. Real coverage, real fans.